All right, guys, I think we are live. Live, JBuck live. Live. Yeah. We have a quality show coming up. I will be hitting that intro as soon as this computer loads. It's really going slow for me right now. All right. And on with the intro. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JBuck Live, episode 5. We made it a month and they didn't shut us down, so that's great. How is everyone doing? Who is in the chat? Who is ready for this live stream? We already have a few people in here. Cinematic Garbage, thank you for being one of the first ones here. Let me know if the video is running well. The sound sounds great because I had a thing pop up that the encoder, it couldn't take the video strength. So hopefully we have a good show. And again, we are going to figure out what the most bestest movie is, because that was kind of a trend on Twitter. We will get into that later. Obviously, you can see the sidebar. I had to switch a few things up because there was some news that dropped considering AMC that I've kind of been talking about them for the last few weeks, and then Universal and whatnot. I also moved a few of the things. Like, we usually start with quickies, the quick news segments on this show. I'm going to be putting that to the end today because I don't know how long this perfect movie thing is going to go. Obviously, we're shooting for an hour. And hopefully it doesn't take longer than that. Hopefully all of you guys are in here and can have some educated debates about these movies and everything like that. But yeah, just kind of what's going on. Last week, last Thursday and Friday and Saturday, I felt horrible. I'm luckily feeling a lot better. I was doing a bunch of podcasts and whatnot. Obviously, JBuck Live right now. I have a podcast with the SoCo Show. Seth in the chat, he is one of the SoCo hosts over on that podcast, so we are shooting that or recording that right after this. And then I have a live debate show over on Fanjecture's channel tomorrow night, and then Thursday another podcast, usual schedule and all of that stuff. Before we get into the news and all of that stuff, what's going on? How is everyone doing? What have you guys been watching? What have you been doing to stay positive, again, during this time of just staying inside? I know that the state I live in, they came out, and I believe that there's like 99... Yes, master debater. There's 99 counties in our state, I believe, and they're opening about 75% of them next week on Monday, I believe, but I am not one of those counties. I think we have to wait until at least the 14th or 15th, which I don't even know anymore. I'm just going along with the flow and living my daily life, trying to go outside, trying to walk, all of that stuff. Ryan from What Were You Watching? What's Going On? Drinking. Yes, we have all just been drinking so much. I'm trying to take a night or two off, but obviously it's kind of what I resort to when it gets a little bit late. But then at the end of the show, I don't want to forget this. Please, someone in the chat, remind me once we get to the end. I have a couple of announcements for next week, because next week there's a couple different milestones or events and whatnot. I will say, just a heads up, again, I don't know how much time we're going to have. There's no commercial breaks this week. I'm sorry for those people who like doing those kind of guess the poster, guess the quote, all of that stuff. We don't have commercial breaks. I'm sorry for that. We will get into the quickies if we have enough time. And then I do have another movie in 5 seconds. I really thought that was fun doing the Titanic thing, so then I did another movie this week. But yeah, let's just jump right into the news, because this thing dropped right before I got online, and I kind of wish that this would have been the main topic because it's kind of funny. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, and don't worry, I figured it out so I can pull up websites and we can read together and everything like that. But yeah, I guess AMC about an hour and a half ago, JB is commercial free this week. Yes, presented by Chevrolet, or a Chevy. Go buy, you know what? When you're riding in a Chevy and you're feeling something heavy, diarrhea. Anyways, though, AMC came out and said, I guess the quote or whatever is, we are no longer playing Universal movies for the foreseeable future. And I looked this up, and, a couple weeks ago I talked about AMC and maybe them going bankrupt and whatnot. They have 11,000 theaters across the world, 6,300 here in the United States. And think about Universal films. You have, Trolls World Tour. That's what kind of set this off. But they have Fast and Furious. They have Despicable Me, like the Minions movies, and a bunch of other kind of, I think Blumhouse. Blumhouse, because they copyright took my Invisible Man review. So all of the Blumhouse films. But yeah, I guess it came out that there were some quotes between these CEOs of not liking each other, some bad-mouthing, and apparently, yeah, Universal films are not going to be released in AMC theaters. Let's get this... Let me know if you guys can see the website that I'm going to be scrolling through and talking. Hopefully this is working. So yeah, this is according to a Hollywood Reporter, and thank you, Hollywood Reporter, for continuously doing your job. Mark Escobar, what's going on, man? So AMC Theaters refuses to play Universal films in the wake of Trolls World Tour. So we scroll down. The threat came in the wake of comments made. So comments made by the CEO of Universal, Jeff Shell, on the demand services, because, Universal, they're throwing a lot of their movies on the demand services right now. And the first one to kind of, test the waters and really kind of, they made a decent amount of money. I believe Trolls World Tour, the first 3 weeks, it's been out for 3 weeks now, has made about $100 million. And then they obviously have Scooby-Doo, or the Scoob movie, coming out in a couple weeks. And then they just said that they are going to release a South by Southwest film, The King of Staten Island, Judd Apatow, and... Pete Davidson. That movie is coming in June or July. I want to say it's June, and that is going straight to VOD as well. So yeah, AMC Theaters late Tuesday delivered a blistering message to Universal Pictures saying that the world's largest cinema chain will no longer play any of the studio's films in the wake of comments made by Universal CEO Jeff Shell regarding the on-demand success. So that's the thing, is this comment, it's not really bashing AMC theaters. It's not like, oh wow, this movie made X amount of money without the theaters. This is great. Instead, he was just saying, hey, our movie is doing great on VOD. Apparently people are renting this movie. But yeah, Let's get into kind of more of this article. Earlier, Universal revealed that Trolls World Tour, yes, the estimated $100 million in premium VOD rentals, not those sloppy ones, those premium rentals, not getting those Crackle rentals, in the first 3 weeks of play in North America. That's just North America, so that's pretty good. More than enough to put the film on the road for profitability. It's not far behind the original Trolls that came out, 2 years ago, 2016. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Universal sent the family film straight to VOD during the pandemic. The results of Trolls has exceeded our expectations, says the CEO Shell. Let's scroll down a little bit more. It is strongly worded. Oh, okay, here we go. In a strongly worded letter to Universal Filmed Entertainment Group Chairman Donna Langley, I'm assuming from AMC, dispatched later on Tuesday, AMC Theaters Chair CEO Adam Aron, said Shell's comments were unacceptable. I am pissed. They are not acceptable. AMC is the largest circuit in the world. Yes, like I said, they have 11,000 theaters worldwide, 6,300 here in the United States. I guess it comes to this question is, oh wait, here we have some more comments. This policy affects, this is what the letter says. And again, I just skimmed this story. This is new to me as well. This policy affects any and all Universal movies per se. Goes into effect today. Wow. So this literally happened like an hour or two ago, as our theaters reopen, and it is not some hollow or ill-considered threat, he continued. Incidentally, this policy is not aimed solely at Universal. So this is the thing is, if other theaters chains come out and kind of do the same thing, where I guess they don't even brag, they just talk about their positivity, their profitability, how well their films are doing. Like, I guess you can't do that because then it's going to hurt AMC's their feelings, I guess, that they're getting their business taken away from theaters and put onto VOD. So it's kind of set this standard, I guess, moving forward, that if this were to happen to Disney, they're not going to block Disney films from going out. Like, I just think that's just wild. But yeah, it's crazy here. What are you guys saying in the chat? Cody says, I think Universal loses this one. There are always alternatives to Universal movies, but lots of people don't have other options other than the AMC theater chain. Yes, that is true. If this were to be the case, I know that there's 3 theaters in town that would not then be playing Universal films, so that would be a huge hit to that as well. Tyler Calvert says, Universal is going to copyright claim all of our videos more than usual to make up. Yes, that is true. They are definitely going to go after those monies and get those monies for those movies. I'm sure even using a picture from them now is going to cause an uproar and whatnot. Ryan over at What Were You Watching? All of these arguing corps really take the fun out of films. Yeah, that's the true thing, is like, obviously it's a business at the end of the day, but this is an entertainment medium. This is a thing that people are using to sort of get away from just life right now. And that's why I think this Trolls thing did so well on VOD, is because people want to watch, I guess, newer films. They want to watch films I mean, we can't go to the movie theaters right now. I know that there's a news story that I can talk about later where some states, Texas and Georgia, are opening their theaters this week or the beginning of next week, and I think that is absolutely insane. But I guess, what are your guys' thoughts of this? Do you think that AMC went way too strong on this, or Universal is going to miss out on a hefty share of profits? Because, I mean, think about some of their films that are $1 million or $1 billion. Yeah, if it was $1 million, it'd be a huge flop. But $1 billion franchises like the Fast and the Furious films, if they don't go into AMC theaters, how much does that affect their monies overall? Personally, I think that this is a huge kind of angry jab from AMC, because I know that a couple weeks ago I talked about, and I think everyone kind of talked about, how they are very much running low on money, and they came out again a couple days ago and said, we are not opening our theaters until big releases like Mulan, Wonder Woman, and Tenet. I believe those were kind of the 3 examples that they gave. They're not opening their movie theaters until those movies are in theaters. So I mean, they're still going to be eating a lot of money right now for expenses and whatnot. So they're losing money. Universal's making money. So where is this weird thing where who's in the right, who's in the wrong here? And I honestly think AMC is very much overreacting about this situation. Universal is just happy that their movie made money. I didn't rent it. I might rent Scoob, and I'm definitely going to rent King of Staten Island. But I don't know. I again, let's jump over the chat and see what people are saying. Tyler Calvert is saying, just saying the word Universal. It's like Candyman or Beetlejuice. You say his name and he shows up. Is that how Beetlejuice works? I don't know. Let's see here. Mark Escobar, I think it depends on how long this quarantine goes on for, because if we're unable to go to the theaters for a long, then they're the ones who lose. Yes, that's the thing, is if movie theaters don't open up for the rest of the year. I mean, it gives Universal 6 months, a little over 6 months of profit, essentially VOD style, but I mean, then you have years and years and years moving forward. Again, I think Universal is just overreacting in this situation. Movie Mania Nick, I think that all of those states are opening up way too soon for this situation. I think that it's wild. Jay says AMC needs to mellow out. Hey, cool down, bro. I don't think Universal put out Trolls to spit at AMC. No, I think that honestly it's a thing where they needed money. Do you think AMC is really, and again, Disney is dropping these movies on their streaming platform, so is that different? But they didn't make a hubbub when it was announced that Artemis Fowl was going straight to the platform, and some of these other movies were going straight to Disney Plus or Blu-ray DVD a little quicker than normal. Again, this is just wild news. I think that people are inside freaking out too much, and from a business point of view, I think that they should have really stepped back rather than being like, oh, this one's basically, you know what it would be? It would be one of us here on the platform being like, oh, that guy's getting all of the views. I am never going to work with him again. It's bonkers. I think that it's crazy. I think it's insane. I think that Universal is the one that, unfortunately, they're going to lose the monies. They're going to find an alternative, that's for sure. But I think AMC is just being butthurt about them not making money, the theaters being closed, everything going on. Believe me, I do not want this to happen at all. AMC is where I go. AMC A-List, it's a fantastic thing. I don't know. I'm curious if they're going to backtrack in about a week and see how this all pans out for them. So that's kind of the AMC Universal have beef section of the show. It's just crazy that this whole thing went down. It's crazy because the two films that are coming out or scheduled to come out earliest are Tenet on July 17th and Mulan on July 24th. I still think that those movies are going to move. I even think Wonder Woman in August is going to have to move. I don't think the movie theater is going to open up until September, October. I don't know. It's crazy. Can't believe, let's see here. Movie Mania Nick again says, I just can't believe AMC, one of the top movie corporations, has no money. Dude, a lot of corporations, a lot of businesses, a lot of people don't have money right now. And it's just funny because they tell you to, save for a rainy day. And that is just not the case. So yeah, that's my thoughts on AMC Universal. We'll see how this pans out in the next couple days, the next week. If there's some big breaking news, look for a breaking news thing on my channel. I don't know. I'll do something for that. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I think everyone kind of agrees that it's a foolish decision on AMC's part. Universal, it's not like Universal was like, hey, look, our movies do so much better without you, AMC, like poo on you. Yeah, they didn't take him out back and give him a Cleveland steamer or anything. Weird. But anyways, the main topic that I was going for, and then obviously I had to switch it up because we had to touch on that news, movie-related news, all of that stuff. There was a trend on Twitter last week, and it was, what are your 5 perfect movies? And I was like, you know what, that'd be fun to kind of throw in a bunch of perfect, quote-unquote perfect movies and kind of do a bracket breakdown, see who emerges as the best or most perfect-est movie here on the JBuck Studios channel. So yes, I went out and I guarantee I missed some. So I left a few blank, and if you guys saw the bracket that I threw on Twitter, you kind of have an idea of what's going to happen for this episode, but I'm going to throw up this bracket, and if you can't see it, I have a different bracket that's going to be a little bit easier to see. Yes, Seth 100% agree. Cleveland Steamers are, the cream of the crop. Anyways, as you can see up on the screen, the most perfectest movie showdown. So these are the 32 movies that I decided, and I left 4 different ones. So the chat, we can decide what 4 movies I should throw into those spots. Again, the seating or the numbers are completely random. I went out to Rotten Tomatoes. I went to a bunch of compiled lists and even my own kind of thoughts and ask a few people. And these are the 32 movies that I threw together that a lot of people, they were reoccurring on everyone's list. I went through Twitter. I went through a bunch of crap last night, basically probably wasting a lot more time than I should have. Again, yes, Seth, I know that Rocky at 26, the numbering of the seats are completely random. I threw them into essentially a random number generator, and that is the way that they came up. So these are the movies. This is what's going down. These are who's facing off with each other. But before we get into this, what are 4 movies that I don't have on here that everyone thinks is a perfect movie? What's a movie that you just can watch anytime, every time, and absolutely love? We have 4 different slots. I believe we have 2 over on the left and 2 over on the right that we need to add 2 or 4 movies to. So what movies should we add to this competition or this bracket before we get into sort of breaking this down? And again, this is all going to be chat decided. You guys in the chat are going to be the ones that decide all of this stuff. So once we get the 4 that we need from the audience, we will go down and go through each and every single one of these, kind of, I wouldn't say arguing, but very much debating or giving our opinion of why which one should win. All right, so throw in. Okay, the first one we have is Field of Dreams. Who thinks Field of Dreams is a perfect movie and should be added? Let me know in the chat. Also, Arrival. Yes, Cody, Arrival was on here, and I took it off just in case. If you guys agree with Arrival, let me know as well. So right now we have Field of Dreams and Arrival for the 2 audience decisions. Let's see here. Tyler says Coffee and Kareem, dude. Coffee and Kareem, no, absolutely not. I don't know. It might be perfect in your book, but I don't know. Okay, so we have a couple votes for Arrival. Okay, if we get 2 more, I'll say if we get a couple more people for Arrival, then I will say we throw Arrival on there. Well, this seems they have 2 50s and went straight to the 70s. Hey, man, I don't know movie years at all, Mark Escobar, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Arrival. We are throwing Arrival on here, and I'm going to put it on a random spot. Okay, so Arrival is one of them. We have some people suggesting Field of Dreams. We have some people suggesting Goodfellas. We have some people saying Avengers, There Will Be Blood, The Social Network. Let's see here. Gina suggests Easy A. Social Network. Do you guys think Social Network should be on here? Here, I'm going to have a scrolling list, so it might be a little bit easier to move, or you guys can see that. Let's see here. Social Network is a great one. Social Network. I think we might have to throw the Social Network on here. In the comments, put Social Network if you think Social Network should be one. Major League. Terminator 2, Die Hard. Just let Cody keep adding choices. He's on fire. All right, we'll take that back. All right, so we are going to add the Social Network as well. Aliens, yes. I had Saving Private Ryan, T2, and Die Hard are great, but not perfect. Birds of Prey, Crunchy, get the hell out of here. We are not choosing Birds of Prey. Yep, I added Social Network as number 14. Okay, we need 2 more, guys. 2 more. There's Die Hard, there's T2. There's The Shining, Clockwork Orange, Slumdog Millionaire, Goodfellas. There Will Be Blood. Ooh, I think Jurassic Park. I don't know. I don't think I have Jurassic Park on here. We might have to add Jurassic Park. Who, between Jurassic Park and Goodfellas, which one would you want? Yes, Jurassic Park. I'd second Jurassic Park. Goodfellas. Yeah, I have no idea how I missed Jurassic Park. JP in the house. Oh, man, it is split between Goodfellas. Okay, so it looks like we have one more vote. Okay, we got a few more for Jurassic Park. All right, so Jurassic Park is going to be thrown on there, but I need one more, so let me know a good one, guys. You know what? Yeah, I'll just throw Goodfellas in there as well and then make it easy. Goodfellas as well. All right. So we have all 32 movies. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Debbie Does Dallas. Oh, shit. Is there still time to change that one? Who's here for Debbie Does Dallas? All right, so the bracket is going to be Lion King versus Psycho, Two Towers versus Empire Strikes Back, Back to the Future versus Forrest Gump, Jurassic Park versus Groundhog's Day, Jaws versus Pulp Fiction, Scott Pilgrim versus Alien, Fury Road versus Parasite, No Country for Old Men versus Arrival. And then the other side of things, Shawshank versus Goodfellas, Spirited Away versus The Social Network, Zodiac versus Godfather Part Two, 2001: A Space Odyssey versus Silence of the Lambs, Spider-Verse versus Rocky. I feel like that's going to be a bunch of people butting heads. Toy Story versus Raiders, Dark Knight versus Princess Bride, and Eternal Sunshine versus Inception. Is there any on here that you absolutely would take off that are maybe too recent, or you just think should they don't deserve this list? If not, I will give you guys about a minute. Otherwise, we will get right into essentially the ranking. Gotti, yes, Gotti from the, I think MoviePass was behind that movie, so that's so crazy that MoviePass was having movies or whatever. Seth, I'm telling you, the computer was the one that set the numbers. They set everything up like that. The Fanatic, yes, Tyler. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe I watched that movie, Fanatic. Rocky's Place was about to be the L column. Big ol' L. Okay, so if we don't have any more submissions for this, I'm probably going to have that screen up there for you guys to watch. I wish that I had a program where I could update it. I couldn't figure that out. So yeah, I'm going to throw that the bracket breakdown again. And we're going to go right into this, and we are going to start up the top. So between Lion King and 1960 Psycho, which one do you think is the more perfect movie? And when we're talking about perfect, it's like rewatchability, it's acting, it's score, it's the atmosphere, it's everything about that movie. And the Lion King that we're talking about is the animated 90s one, not the 2019 remake. Yeah, it's definitely not that one. It's the one that we all grew up with. Okay, so we have like we have 3 votes for Psycho. We have 3 votes for Lion King. Wow. Okay, we're gonna need a tiebreaker here. Because Dorito Chip, cinematic garbage. Lion King because Psycho only has 2 great moments. Lion King, but this one hurts. Hey, I mean, believe me, this was not easy to do. And also I thought of this going forward. We're going to do this with like 80s and 90s movies as well in the coming weeks. So it's looking like right now in the chat, Lion King has the win here. So Lion King is our first winner. All right. Thank you guys so much for voting. Dan Jensen joining the chat. Thank you, Dan. All right. Next up, we have Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, and Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. These two, in my book or in my eyes, were the best of kind of those trilogies or sagas and whatnot. So those are the ones that I threw together. I know that some of you guys or gals out there might have choice words with which one, like king or whatever. So it's looking like Empire. We have two towers. We have two towers from Mark Escobar. Otherwise, it's looking like an overwhelming amount of Star Wars and Empires. Dan says Empire or get the fuck out. All right, I think this one is pretty much easy across the board. We're going with Empire Strikes Back. All right. Ooh, Gina coming in with the last. Okay, so how many Lord of the Rings ones do we have? Okay, so we have one, we have two, we have three. Lord of the Rings, I'm sorry, but Lord of the Rings, you are out of here. Empire Strikes Back, you get that one. Here's a tough one. Back to the Future or Forrest Gump. Again, fantastic movies. All on the board. So which one is it? Back to the Future or Forrest Gump for the win? Back to the Future. Oh, man. I think Back to the Future is going to sweep this one. Oh, wow. Cody in here for Gump. Back to the Future. Yep. It's looking like Back to the Future is the overwhelming winner for this one. Wow. Okay. Next up, we have our audience choice, which is Jurassic Park. And, the last one, Back to the Future won on that last one. I'm sorry for anyone out there that has a heartbreak and has left the chat because you were pissed now. Next up, though, we have our audience choice of Jurassic Park versus Groundhog's Day. So, dinosaurs versus Bill Murray. Which one is more rewatchable? I mean, we get Jurassic Park. We have the shirtless Jeff Goldblum for no reason. But Groundhog Day, we get to relive the life of Bill Murray time and time again. So which one is it going to be? It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Jurassic Park. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it might just, oh, wow. Yeah, it's 4 right now. Dan, you can't vote for Groundhog Park. That's not a movie. Right now we have 4 for Groundhog's Day and 5 for Jurassic Park. So I think Jurassic Park right now is going to be the winner unless someone else is in there. All right. That is it. Jurassic Park gets the win. I feel like moving forward for a show like this, I might get people on so then we can actually debate rather than me just commentating and whatnot. All right, next up, we have Jaws versus a Pulp Fiction. Classic shark movie versus a guy getting his butthole touched in a basement. I mean, I don't know how you can compare the two. It's so tough. I mean, if there was the shark butthole cut. All right, it looks like we have an overwhelming amount of Pulp Fiction right now. Jaws is a summer blockbuster. It started it. That's correct, Mark. Release the butthole cut. Oh, Dorito Chip, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that ruined your life. All right, so we have 4 for Pulp Fiction, and we have 3 for Jaws. So right now it's Pulp Fiction is in the lead by 1. I'll give you guys a couple more. I don't even know what I'm saying. Sorry, something popped up on my screen. It's looking like Pulp Fiction is going to be the winner for that one. All right, we have Scott Pilgrim versus Alien. Alien, classic Alien movie with Ripley ripping them apart, kicking some ass. And Scott Pilgrim, Basically the best movie ever made. It is it's phenomenal. So obviously my pick is Scott Pilgrim. We have Movie Mania Nick saying Alien, and then literally everyone else saying Scott Pilgrim. Oh, God. All I know is that she is American. Yes, Gina. So it's looking like Scott Pilgrim. Wow, Scott Pilgrim, you may be going quite far in this competition. So Scott Pilgrim gets that one. All right, Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road versus Parasite. 2019's Parasite, foreign film that won Best Picture and Foreign Best Picture, but you're going up against a guy that drives all the way one way and then turns around and drives all the way the other way. So which one is it? Which one do you guys pick? Scott Pilgrim versus Pulp Fiction will be the end of me. Yes, Cody, just you wait. This is not going to be an easy competition at all. So, too spoopy. So Parasite. Wow, no, I'm surprised. I'm not seeing any love for Mad Max. Yes, thank you, Gina. I would have picked Mad Max because that is a goddamn action blockbuster if I ever seen one. Only one of these has a rock guitar attack truck fixed with pyrotechnics, yes. So right now, it's looking like Parasite has 4 or 3 votes, and Mad Max has 2 votes. So unfortunately, I think Parasite might be the one that wins this one. Unless someone else swoops in here right now. So we have Seth saying Parasite, Dan saying Parasite, Movie Mania Parasite. Whew. All right. I hate to do it, but it's looking like Parasite won that one. There was only 2 votes for Mad. Oh wait, Mad Max. Okay, Mad Max is tied right now, so it's 3-3. We need one more vote. Why would you pick Mad Max, and why would you pick Parasite? Give me a reason in the chat, and then I might have to be the one that decides this. Because Mad Max, again, I know that some people say there's not much character depth, but it's action-packed. It's a guitar. It's freaking crazy. Yes, I will say, I don't know. Parasite has better cinematography. I don't know. That's tough because, I mean, Mad Max is wild. Mad Max is overrated. Better dialogue, rock and roll. Parasite had deeper story and more fascinating to watch and play out. All right, you guys are selling me. Parasite wins. Good job, everyone. Good job. Charlize Theron. Oh, God. Well, too bad. I already wrote it down. So, yeah, Parasite. Unfortunately, Parasite won. Sorry, everyone. Next up, we have No Country for Old Men and the audience choice of Arrival. So we have arguably one of the best sci-fi movies ever and an old guy that shoots people in the desert. So which one do you pick? No Country for Old Men or Arrival? All right, we have Seth saying Arrival, Movie Mania, Nick saying Arrival. Whew. Let's see here. It's 100 times perfect than Arrivals. No Country for Old Men, Arrival, but it is very close, says Cody. Arrival is a bit overrated. Wow, cinematic garbage. Throwing in the hot takes here. No Country for Old Men because it didn't make me want to fall asleep. Dan, all right, you are rightful to your own opinion here. So we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 for Arrival, and we have 1, 2, 3. For No Country for Old Men. So right now, Arrival has 1 more vote than No Country for Old Men. So unfortunately, if no one else jumps in here and votes or changes their vote, it's looking like Arrival might be the one to take the lead. I'm going to give it about 20 more seconds. Shawshank Redemption for the next one. Dorito Chip Gamer. Come on, spoilers. Don't get ahead of yourself. Unsubscribing. Sorry, Dan. I'm so sorry. All right. So, yes, Arrival is the winner here. Arrival just pooping on those old men, just Cleveland steaming them right in the face. So, all right. So, our first round winners on that side are The Lion King, Empire Strikes Back, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, Pulp Fiction, Scott Pilgrim, Parasite, and Arrival. So, wow, we have a stacked first category. But let's jump over to the other side. And again, hopefully we can get this done in 20 minutes because I don't want to go over. But we have Shawshank Redemption versus the audience pick of Goodfellas. Which one do you guys pick? Shawshank Redemption, I just watched the other day. It still holds up. It is fantastic. I feel like Shawshank is the movie that I sit down and every time it's on TV I watch. Goodfellas I have not seen, so anyone in the chat that is champion for Goodfellas, let me know. I don't know. Oh, wow. Never mind. It doesn't look like Goodfellas is going to get any love because it's looking like Shawshank is taking this one. Cinematic Garbage is saying Goodfellas is the most overrated Scorsese, the overrated Scorsese film. Hey, get over here, Scorsese. All right, wow. Don't even have to wait on that one. Shawshank wins by a landslide. All right, next up we have, let's see here. Okay, so we have Spirited Away versus the audience choice of The Social Network. So Spirited Away is what, Gina, I'm sure you, because I know that you watch anime and all of that stuff. I don't know how to say it. But yes, Spirited Away, I've not seen Spirited Away at all, so I can't really make... Oh, shoot. Hey, Second Street Marvel, thank you so much for letting me know. I will definitely look into that moving forward. Wow, that would definitely obviously make things a hell of a lot easier to tally votes. So Social Network versus Spirited Away. All right, so Social Network is pretty much sweeping this way. Social Network, yes, haven't seen Spirited Away, and I think that unfortunately that's what's going to be the crux of this film because not that many people have really seen this one. Are we doing the whole bracket today? Yes, Dorito Chip Gamer. I think we are doing the whole bracket today, yes. In the future, we might break it up into 2 episodes. Sorry, Gina, I was on your side. All right, so unfortunately, it's looking like Social Network is going to win this one out. Spirited Away. I will give that one a shot. I will add that to my to-watch list. But yes, Social Network is going to be the winner there. All right, next up, we have 2 heavy hitters. We have Zodiac versus Godfather Part 2. Which one are we going for? Zodiac, don't at me. No, Dorito Chip Gamer. That's the way I would throw it, man. Zodiac all the way. Ooh, we have some contrarians in here throwing out Godfather 2. If we get one more Zodiac, then I think it has to win. And that's the thing is, like, I might have to pick up the pace a little bit because I don't want to go over time. So right now, Zodiac has 4, and Godfather has 2. I think we're going to go with Zodiac. Zodiac wins that one. Zodiac wins. Film snobs would hang us for this one. All right, 2001: A Space Odyssey versus Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe Dorito Chip Gamer, I'll do that. Yeah, the first one to get 5, potentially. So right now, 2001 has 2 votes. So 2001 versus Silence of the Lambs. Dan, I like the bold decision to go against everyone. Silence. I hate 2001. Mark Escobar's pissed. All right, so 2001 has 6 votes. All right, so 2001 wins. Sorry, all of you Silence of the Lambs purists out there. Looks like Silence of the Lambs got shot down. 2001. Yep, 2001 wins that one. All right, big one coming up right now. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse versus Rocky. Which one is the more perfectest film? Movie Apprentice, you missed the whole left side the first round, but we're going to get back over there, and I will read the winners. So don't worry about it. Right now, we are on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse versus Rocky. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 Rockies, and we have 3 Spider-Verses. Oh, no. I think Rocky might win this one. Ooh, Spidey coming in. Damn, that's a good one, and that's... Ooh, that's a too hard. That's what she said. Yeah, Dan. That's what she said. All right, so right now, 1, 2, 3... Wow, they were tied, but I think Dan just put Rocky over the edge. I think Rocky. Yeah, Dan, you are the deciding vote. I think Rocky just pulled the win for that one. Yep. All right, kick on the Rocky theme song right now. Here, hold on. Oh, no, I'll get a copyright strike. I was going to throw on Eye of the Tiger. So, yeah, Rocky wins. Sorry, everyone. All right, Toy Story or Raiders of the Lost Ark? Where the hell is Meaning Bird? We need a vote. Yeah, I don't know. Cody, I think you kicked him out, man. He's not coming back. So Toy Story versus Raiders of the Lost Ark. So we have 2, we have 3. Oh my gosh, it's tied right now. We have 3 and 3. Oh, Raiders has 4 right now. If Raiders gets 1 more, I think it's going to get over. Oh my gosh, it's tied 50-50. It's split. Toy Story. Ooh, Blake Patterson comes in. Oh, right when someone says, ooh, okay, Toy Story is in the lead by 1 right now. So if any of the 15 people that are watching that hasn't voted, let me know in the comments. Oh, wow, okay. Mackenzie, Celeste, and Mackenzie, you guys put this one over the edge. Toy Story is going to beat out Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think that's a big upset. That's the closest we've gotten. So Toy Story wins. Wow. Yeah, Blake, thank you so much for tuning in, man. All right, so we have The Dark Knight versus The Princess Bride. And I'm pretty sure I know how this one's going to go. It's going to be The Dark Knight all the way. I guarantee it. Oh, wow, Mackenzie throwing in The Princess Bride. I like the decision, but unfortunately, I think everyone else is going to throw. Yes, Mark and Dan. Yes, you guys are going against the opposition. So we have 5 for The Dark Knight, and we have 1, 2. We have 3 for Princess Bride. So it looks like The Dark Knight is in the lead right now with a couple. This is so hard. I could watch Princess Bride every day, but Dark Knight. Yeah, Gina, I am there for you 100%. That's the thing, is it's so tough to really judge these two films because they're almost complete opposite. So I think that The Dark Knight has 1 more than The Princess Bride right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Dark Knight has 5, and Princess Bride has 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow! So it's right now it's 5-4. If we don't get any more vote in the next 10 seconds, I'm gonna have to give it to The Dark Knight. But I'm kind of surprised that it's so close right now. Crazy. All right, 3, 2. Oh wow, Rosa popping in with The Princess Bride. All right, right now it's tied. So whoever hasn't voted, vote. Let me know which one. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be the deciding factor here. So I'm going to give it a 10 count in my mind. Right now it's 5-5. And I thought Toy Story and Raiders was close. All right. I am giving my cat just said Princess Bride. It's tied right now 5-5 on my screen, so I'm going to have to be the deciding vote, and I'm going to say The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight wins this one. I know that half of you guys are going to be pissed. All right, so next up we have Eternal Sunshine versus Inception. I personally like both of these, but I know that Inception is probably my favorite out of the two. So Eternal Sunshine versus Inception. And then after we get this, we're going to go straight into round 2. Dan, I'm wondering if some of the chat isn't showing up for me, because I know when I was over in your stream the other day, half the chat didn't show up for me. So if we need a recount, there may be a recount for this, but it's looking like Inception is kicking some ass right now. Yep. All right, Inception wins that one, no doubt about it. Dan is, well, okay, wait. We have Cinematic Garbage and we have Dan. Nope. Inception wins that one. So Inception is the winner. All right, so we have round 2 done. Let's jump back over, and I'm trying to make this a little quick. We're going to try to finish on time at 9 o'clock. So first up now, we're going back over to the first side. We have Lion King versus Empire Strikes Back. Lion King, the animated 90s movie, versus one of the best, if not the best, Star Wars movies ever made. So it really depends. Is it your childhood or is it sci-fi goodness? God damn, this is going to be tied, isn't it? All right, so we have Lion King 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mark, I don't know, man. See, this is the thing, is like I almost wish that I would have had more time to set these up and see who had the better seats and everything like that. But right now it's looking like Lion King has the overwhelming amount of votes. I'm going to subscribe just so I can unsubscribe. Dan, do it. Do it. Subscribe and then unsubscribe. All right. If we don't get another vote, looks like Lion King has this one. Actually, let me count the Empire votes again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's tied again. It's 6 and 6. 6 for Empire, 6 for Lion King. If I have to be the tiebreaker again, you guys are not going to like me. All right, I'm going to give it a 5 count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just do top 5. Empire. Empire has 7. All right. If you know what? I'm going to go with Empire on this one. Empire wins out over Lion King. All right, next up we have Back to the Future and Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs or fucking your mom? It's a tough decision, people. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't even think we have to vote or wait for a tiebreaker. Yeah, definitely Back to the Future. Wow. Wow. Yep, Back to the Future is winning. Yep. That's why family porn on Pornhub is so popular. All right, Back to the Future kicks some ass right there. All right, next up we have Pulp Fiction versus Scott Pilgrim. I know what I'm picking. So if I have to be the tiebreaker, people aren't going to be happy. But Pulp Fiction, fantastic movie that set up a whole different kind of filming style and story structure, and then Scott Pilgrim, probably the best movie ever made. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're getting quite a few votes. Scott Pilgrim has, I think, 5 right now. Scott Pilgrim has 6. If Scott Pilgrim gets one more... Oh, yep. All right, Dan, you just put it over. Scott Pilgrim gets that one. Damn right. Yeah, the thing is, they're both fantastic movies, but I gotta give it to Scott Pilgrim. All right, next up, we have Parasite versus Arrival. This one's tough. Arrival barely made it out of the first round. So is Parasite going to kick ass, or is Arrival going to be the sci-fi fantastic movie? Oh, man. People jumping in here with Arrival, in here with Parasite. Which one is it going to be? So Arrival has 3. And Parasite has 5 right now. So Arrival has 3, Parasite has 5. Parasite has 6. If Parasite gets one more, I gotta give it to it. Yep. All right, Celeste coming in here with the final vote. I'm gonna give it to Parasite. Parasite getting the win there. All right, jumping back over to the other side. We have, this is a tough one, Shawshank versus The Social Network. Dan, it's really not. I'm sorry. I got no good at math. 2 + 2 = 7. Oh, Shawshank. Social Network. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Math is very tough. So Shawshank. Oh my God, Shawshank. Yes, Shawshank has like 7 or 8 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, oh my gosh, Shawshank wins over Social Network. I mean, that's a fantastic movie. It's one that really sticks with people and stays with you. All right, Zodiac versus 2001: A Space Odyssey. The Shawshank. Shredding your best list. So yeah, Zodiac versus 2001. It's looking like 2001 is all over the board. That one, yep. 2001 has 7 votes already. I think. Zodiac is fantastic. I love Zodiac, but I think 2001 is going to take the win on this one. I'm going to give people a little bit more time to vote. I'm going to say that JBuck Live is going to go till about maybe 9:15, if that's okay for you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and commenting and doing this. Hopefully, in the future, I can try to automate this and make it a little bit easier and have my head up there. Or not my head, but my face, so you guys can still see me and everything like that. But it looks like 2001 is the winner here of that one. All right. The underdog, the one barely sneaking by, we have Rocky. We have Rocky versus Toy Story now. Rocky versus Toy Story. Again, I don't know if people didn't hear, but thank you everyone for joining in and commenting and having fun with this. This is exactly how I wanted it to go, and this is fun. So thank you. Holy crap, Toy Story just demolished Rocky. Rocky didn't even make it out of the first round and just got punched in the face. Oh my gosh, the Toy Story love is alive in here. This is criminal. Oh my gosh, Rocky Balboa takes it in the face, gets punched in the face by Buzz and Woody. Oh my gosh, yep, Rocky Balboa loses to Toy Story. All right, Toy Story beats up Rocky. That's the headlines. Put it all over the place. Oh shit! All right, we have the Dark. This is a good one. This is a good one. Both Nolan films, The Dark Knight versus Inception. Yes, Dan. Rocky. Oh god, Dan. Yes, Rocky just took a Woody to the face. All right, so Inception versus The Dark Knight. Dark Knight winning right now. Inception catching up a little bit. Mackenzie. No, we already went past The Princess Bride. Come on. Bale or DeCap. So The Dark Knight or Inception. So Dark Knight has 6 right now. Inception has 1, 2, 3, 4. Inception has 5. So it's looking like Dark Knight is the winner or in the lead right now. Gina, you just decided it. The Dark Knight wins this one. Good job, everyone. I hate to see it. I love Inception, but The Dark Knight's kicking some ass right here. All right, so that sets up. That's the second round. We're going back over to the kind of top left portion. This is a tough one. We have Empire Strikes Back versus Back to the Future. Fantastic Star Wars movie, badass time travel movie where he gets to go have sex with his mom. Back to the Future or Empire Strikes Back. The final Elite 8. That's what we're doing right now. I'm counting right now. I'm having a hard time counting again, thanks to Dan. So 6 for Empire. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 for Empire. Yep. Thank you, Cody. Thank you for being the scorekeeper right now. Yep, 6-5 Empire. All right. If I know there's a couple more people in here that need to vote. Oh my gosh, Rosa, you coming in here and mixing it up, tying us. If I have to vote, you guys are not going to be happy about it. So I'm going to give it another quick 10 seconds, and then I'm going to be the deciding vote. Oh, God. All right. The deciding vote. JBuck from JBuck Studios, am picking Back to the Future to win this one. Don't get me wrong, I love Empire, but Back to the Future, it has the music, it has the nostalgia, it has time travel, it has a very hot woman in it. I mean, Leia is very pretty as well. Man, that's a tough one. We might have to throw that one. And, yes, Dan, I'm sorry. I used to be cool. Back to the Future kicks ass and wins that one. All right, next up, this one, I think this is going to be an easy one. We have Scott Pilgrim. Good job, butthead. We have Scott Pilgrim versus Parasite. Dan, I'm sorry. Empire had music and nostalgia. I know. But hey, that's the way I had to vote. You guys don't want me to be the deciding factor because I'm very much ruffling feathers of you guys right now. So Scott Pilgrim versus Parasite. Yeah, Cody, I absolutely agree. Parasite, or get Parasite out of my face. How the hell did Scott Pilgrim? What? Scott Pilgrim is amazing, but I think it's gonna lose here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just plucked me hard. I'm sorry, Dan. I will not pluck you hard anymore. So, okay, right now, Parasite has 1, 2, 3, 4, and Scott Pilgrim, I think, has 4 as well. Cody, can you, Cody, thank you, Cody. Thank you for giving me the score count, because the chat is scrolling too far for myself. I think, Rosa, you just put this one over the mark with Scott Pilgrim. I think Scott Pilgrim now has 6-4. Yep. I'll fight you all who voted Parasite. Yes, Gina. All right, yeah, Scott Pilgrim wins that one. I know that people love Parasite, don't get me wrong, but Scott Pilgrim just has so much to it. It's so fantastic. So, yes, Scott Pilgrim versus the World kicks ass and wins that one. All right, jumping over to the other side, and then we will get into the final two. Shawshank Redemption versus 2001 A Space Odyssey. So Shawshank, a guy going to prison, or 2001, a guy going to space. Which one is more cool, jail or space? Because in space, you don't drop the soap in space, is what I'm saying. Oh, man. He invented new cinema. Yeah, cinematic garbage. You are correct. 2001 didn't have... Dan, you said it. I was going to say it, but you took the words right out of my mouth. Would be offended. Yes, he did. Okay. So what? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 for 2001, but a hell of a lot of votes for Shawshank. So I think Shawshank just won. Please, no. Cinematic garbage. Come on. Defend him. Yeah, Cody, thank you. Yeah, Shawshank is the overwhelming winner right now. I know that there's 14 people watching, and that's 11 votes. So if those other people that aren't voting want to jump in and try to save 2001, otherwise it is going Shawshank Redemption all day. I am going to about to write this down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Shawshank Redemption beats out 2001. You guys are not happy about that one. You guys and gals. Oh, shoot. Okay, this is a fun one. This one. Which movie would I have chosen? I would have picked... I hate to say it, but I'm going to pick Shawshank. Because 2001, I understand what he did and whatnot, but that movie drags on way too long. Sorry. All right, we have Toy Story versus The Dark Knight. Very funny competition here. Dark Knight, Joker, very violent, or Toy Story, a fun animated movie we all grew up with. Dark Knight or Grow Up. 1, 2. I like how the first few votes come in, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be the overwhelming one. And then some people come in and kind of switched up with Toy Story. So right now, again, Cody, thank you so much for being the scorekeeper. If you could get me a score on this, that would very much help my my life right now, my childhood or my suicide. It's tough. Yeah, Gina. Oh, God. Okay, so 6-5 Batman. I'm going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so 6 for Batman. I think, Gina, you just put it over. Yep, Gina, you just put it over with The Dark Knight. So The Dark Knight beats out Toy Story just by a hair. And honestly, yeah, if you guys want to know what I would have picked, okay, so The Dark Knight wins. We know that. I would have also picked The Dark Knight. I absolutely love that movie. The opening, it just moves. It's a quick movie. All right, the final two, this is a tough one. All right, so we have Shawshank versus Back to the Future. Which one do you pick? Shawshank versus Back to the Future. Spidey should have come out of that region. All right, so a guy that goes to prison or a guy that wants his mom. Which one is it going to be? This is tough. Again, there's 80s nostalgia or we get 90s. Which one is stronger? Either way, they go to prison. So it's looking like Back to the Future has 6 votes right now. Like 9-4. Cody, I'm wondering if there's more chats that are showing up for you because, yeah, a lot of my chats apparently aren't showing up or votes. But, yeah, right now what I can see on my screen, it looks like Back to the Future by a landslide. So Back to the Future is the winner right there, putting it in the final 2. Pick the wrong answer and you will get horse crap. Yes. All right. Final 2 right now before whoever this winner is goes up against Back to the Future. We have The Dark Knight versus Scott Pilgrim. Both comic book movies, both highly regarded, both usually in top lists. Which one would you pick, Scott Pilgrim or The Dark Knight? Which one do you pick? I know what I would pick, and I will let you know if there's a tiebreaker, but it's looking like you guys are very on top of it with this one. Dorito chip, man. Dark Knight. People love The Dark Knight. That's why, or Scott Pilgrim. That's how it got so far. All right, so 7. All right, so 7 for Dark Knight. And I think 7 for Scott Pilgrim as well. Yeah, it's, oh, man. So we have 15 people watching. That's 14 votes. If I have to come in and be the tiebreaker, you guys are not going to be happy about it. So right now, Scott Pilgrim. Oh, Jaron Talks Movies comes in at the last minute to give The Dark Knight a lead by 1. So I think The Dark Knight is at 8-7. And that there's one more person in here watching. I don't know if they're going to vote, but I think that Jaron, this was perfect timing. You just put it over. I hate to say it, but Jaron, you just gave the deciding vote. And it looks like The Dark Knight beats out Scott Pilgrim by 1 vote. All right, so we're down to the final one to find out which is the most perfectest movie via JBuck Live. I mean, I know that people are going to be, voting and freaking out and whatnot. Oh, wait. Hold on. Celeste gave... Hold on. I'm going to reverse. So Celeste just gave Scott Pilgrim a vote, therefore tying it again. It's 8-8, and it's coming down to me. So I have to pick the winner here, huh? All right, so which one should I pick? You get The Dark Knight, you get the Joker, you get fantastic action, all of that, but then Scott Pilgrim. Sorry, I think it's 8-7 Dark Knight. Cody, you gotta get your counting correctly. If I have to vote, I will. I already know what you're gonna say, Jared. Well, Celeste, you just voted right there, so that would put it up above. So it's 8-8. I am going to say, and I'm going to be the vote here, I'm going to say Scott Pilgrim saves the world. Or versus the... Oh, my gosh. I can't even... What is it? Scott Pilgrim versus the world, not saves the world. Scott Pilgrim is going to be my answer. Scott Pilgrim wins. Is that a surprise? Did you guys not think I would pick Scott Pilgrim? Believe me, I love The Dark Knight, but Scott Pilgrim is fantastic. Can confirm 8-7 before JB's vote. Okay, you know what? I hate to say it, but I'm going to rewind. Cody, if that's the vote, I trust Cody. I'm going to say the vote, so it looks like The Dark Knight. We're going back and forth so much. So Scott Pilgrim did not win. The Dark Knight did win. We have to go to the votes in the chat and everything. So yes, The Dark Knight wins. We go back. Okay, so The Dark Knight wins that one. We have the final two right now. This is going to decide it. Back to the Future or The Dark Knight. Which one is the winner? Which one is the most perfectest movie ever? Yeah, Cody, I'm sorry. We have to go with the votes in the chat, and I would have picked The Dark Knight, or Scott Pilgrim, but no, The Dark Knight. So yeah, right now, Back to the Future versus The Dark Knight. Which one is the winner? There's music, there's cinematography, there's punching a clown in the face, there's a clown with a rocket launcher. Which one is the winner right now? Who is going to win, Back to the Future or The Dark Knight? Dark Knight is the Gina with a hot take here. Dark Knight is better, but not perfect. Yes, Dan, Cats should have made it. I'm surprised that you guys didn't want to put it in as one of the audience choices. But hey, what are you gonna do? All right, so Gina makes it 6-5. Michael J. Fox. Back to the Future. All right, so Celeste, you're throwing it up to 7-5, I believe. Cody, can you confirm? So what is it, 7-6, I believe? And again, Cody, thank you so much for keeping track, keeping score. I appreciate that. Ooh, The Dark Knight, only Oscar winner. And then Mackenzie with Back to the Future. So I think... So Dorito Chip, is that the correct ranking? 8-7 Back to the Future. Yep, 8-7. So Back to the Cody, are you saying that Back to the Future is in the lead right now? It's a sneaky victory, if you ask me. So it's looking like, I believe, Back to the Future. Back to the Future is the winner, the one with the most amount of votes, the one to make it all the way through this, I guess, competition or whatnot. Let's throw this up here, man. Back to the Future is the winner of the most perfectest movie showdown. Congratulations, Back to the Future. You are the perfect movie. Thank you, everyone in the chat that voted, that helped out, that agreed, disagreed, had fun with this. Believe me, we didn't know how much JB fans were into incest. Yes, all day. Mackenzie, yes. Princess Bride, I thought it would have made it a little further. So yes, Back to the Future, you are the winner. You won the most perfectest movie challenge or bracket on the JBuck Studios channel. Throw it back to me. Thank you, everyone who voted and had fun and talked in the chat and everything like that. Obviously, we went a bit time. Usually, I like to finish up by 9 o'clock or 9:05, but we went a little bit over. If you guys liked this kind of bracket setup, I kind of want to do one of these every other month or something like that, where maybe like action stars. That's what it was going to be originally. Spoiler, it was going to be like action stars from, you know, like the Terminator, Rambo, John Wick, Neo. It was going to be that. I think that is going to be one in the future. But yes, since perfect movies were trending, that's what we went with, and that's what we did. I'm going to wrap this up pretty quick. Before we do, the Deli Meats bracket would be pretty fun. I will, or I kind of want to throw up a movie in 5 seconds. Do you guys want to see this week's movie in 5 seconds, or do you guys want me to wait until next week? Because I have it ready. It's right here. I just have to click a button. Otherwise, we can hold it off until next week, and we can wrap it up. Just let me know. I will wait about 5 seconds for that. But again, thank you everyone who tuned in. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it. But before I play that, thank you everyone who tuned in and had a good time and chatted. This was actually this was great. I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, my announcements. Crap, I forgot about that. Okay, we're gonna play the 5-second movie, and then we will come back with announcements.
Who's the Half-Blood Prince? Who?
I'm the Half-Blood Prince.
Yes, the Half-Blood Prince in 5 seconds. If you guys have suggestions for the 5-second movie or a movie in 5 seconds, let me know in the comments or DM them or send me whatever you want, and I'll try to figure it out in 5 seconds. That one instantly just came to me, so I was like, boom, let's do that. But thank you everyone for hanging out and all of that stuff. Oh my gosh, Dan, thank you so much, man. You are perfect. You are wonderful. Thank you so much for sending me that super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. One Night in Seth, great 5-second movie. What I was going to say is, again, thank you so much. And if you guys want to see me do more of these kind of movie breakdowns or movie brackets, we will. It will probably be just the whole episode. I didn't know how much time it would be, but if we didn't talk at the beginning for about 15 minutes, this would have been a perfect about an hour. So in future episodes, we will definitely do that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Like this video, subscribe, all of that stuff. Dan, again, you are too kind. Thank you so much for the super chat. Announcements. Next week is May 5th. That's when JBuck Live hits. And I realized there's a lot of things going on. 1, it's JBuck Live Tuesday. 2, it's Cinco de Mayo. And we're probably going to be quarantined, so we might make it like everyone go make a margarita. We might make a Cinco de Mayo theme. But also, it is my 3-year anniversary of doing my very first movie review here on JBuck Studios, which used to be Jared Buckendall, the channel, just my name. And my very first review was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So yes, I've been on YouTube for 3 years next week, so we might be doing a big live kind of, spectacular live show, do some fun skits, bring out some kind of, almost do kind of a, I wouldn't say a clip show, but I think it would be kind of fun to do a clip show to show some stuff and kind of talk a little bit behind the scenes. I will throw all of that together. Let me know if that sounds interesting for you guys. But then May the 4th is on Monday, and there is a documentary of The Mandalorian that's dropping on Disney+, so I'm going to probably do a review for that. But then, spoiler, and I wanted to do a bumper and everything like that, but some of you guys who know me, you know what JBuck Plays is. JBuck Plays is me playing video games. And I want to bring that to the channel. I wanted it to be a bigger thing, but on May 4th, depending on when shipping gets here, I think I might do a Battlefront live stream of playing video games and everything like that. So yeah, look out for that. Look for announcements, obviously. But then the fun thing is, like, if I do play Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront on May the 4th, I'm going to wear Star Wars outfits. I have a Princess Leia outfit. I have a Luke Skywalker outfit. I have a Darth Vader one. It'll be fun. It'll be kind of themed and everything like that. But that is what we will be doing next week. I'm very excited for it. Thank you again so much. Not Mark. Hey, Mark. It's a secret. Maybe it's Slave. Maybe it's not. Let's see here. Making God art. Oh God. Oh, shit. Anyways, no, I got to get out of here, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in, liking this video, subscribing to the JBuck Studios channel, and honestly, talking in the chat and arguing about these movies was so much fun, and I appreciate you guys staying so positive about it. I know that it could have gotten into very much an argument, like just arguing at each other and very kind of bloody almost, because I know that people have strong opinions about movies. Anyways, though, JBuck Studios, new content every single week. Tomorrow, finally, I'm getting back at it. The Ring, Ending Explained Poorly, is dropping tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, Dan and myself are going to be over on Fanjecture's channel doing a live movie debate about treasure hunting movies. Be sure to tune in for that. Follow my social media. I will be letting people know about that, but I'm very excited to sit down with Dan and also Fanjecture over there to talk about some fun movies. But anyways, guy, a master debater over there. Anyways, that is it. We're going to throw it to the outro, and we'll see you guys next week.